So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make how to make a Python program file. So if you're in the idle workspace, you want to click New File. Now usually you want to make programs generally because most programs don't run in interactive mode. Interactive mode in Python is mostly for just kind of testing stuff out. What you really want to do is build files, or programs in this case, that Python will run embedded. So what we're going to do for the first assignment, for the first pseudocode assignment, is basically print out a bunch of statements. So what you can do is print, and so for example, I'm going to make a bunch of print statements. You're going to change this up to match what the assignment is. So I'm like, print statement that says hello world, and notice how in an IDE, the functions, or basically what's being called, are orange, and then strings are green. So I'm going to do hello world, I'll do another print, I'll say welcome to CIS 129, and I'll say this is a program. So it's very simple stuff, and this will be basically what you want to do for your first assignment. Now notice here there's a couple features that I want to point out about this IDE. Again, if you have the parentheses in a match, and not just Python but almost all programming languages. Notice how when I typed the right parenthesis, it shows you what part's being matched, and this is a good thing. So IDEs, or interactive development environments, generally have a little basic syntax checking as you're typing, which makes them a lot better than just typing something in like Notepad, which you can do if you want to save it as a Python file. So I have this basic function, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. So I'm going to save as. I already have one called Hello World, and I'm going to call this one Print Example. And what this will do is it automatically saves as a .py, which is basically the way the program distinguishes a Python file. So I'll save this, and then what I can do is run it in the shell. So I'm going to click on Run Module, or you can just click F5, and notice how it restarts Python and writes out my program. What I can also do is run it in the command line space. So I am running my program in Linux, or basically in a Unix terminal, and this is very similar to what we'll be running if you select the terminal option if you have a Mac. For Windows, you want to look for the Windows program called Command, and you can run Python, and bring up a DOS Windows, and you can run Python this way. So in this case, I'm in the file that my program is saved in, so make sure you're in the saved file. In this case, I saved my file to the class folder, and you type Python, and then your file name. So in this case, I call my program Print Example.py. It's going to run my program. And so basically the IDE is basically for running and testing your program, and then when you want to run it for real, you're going to use it kind of this Python example. We'll also get into later in the class how to run Python without actually having to call the Python script.